deans of IISER Kolkata and head of the department and administrative registrar and administrative office research and media finance, I think many of the other people. Thank you very much for being here. It's a very special occasion. Can we now run the, with your permission?
Yeah, yeah. This
Now I can formally declare that we are gathering here to felicitate Dr. Arvind Natu ji for his great contribution to IISER system. I can tell all of you that he has been involved with IISER system since inception. And this is he who is architect of all the rules, act and statutes, including RCPP, which you are following now. Okay, so so his contribution to IISER system is, I think, invaluable. And we thought, as he completes about 7 years with us,
yeah, 7 years you have tolerated.
Let's take a chance and invite him and say that how much we appreciate and how much IISER system value him. And in this endeavor, all my friends, Professor Murthy, Professor Tripathi, Professor Ganguly, Professor Santanu, Professor Bhagwat, and Professor Govardhan Das, who could not be there, and Professor Paul, we all agreed that yes, we must come. And they all have come with a very short window and taking lots of trouble, just to say how much we are grateful to Dr. Natu. With this, the first thing which we are going to do is that we will run a small video. Some of his friends, old-timers, his students, family members, they have sent some small videos telling about his personality and side which we could not see. Okay, let's try to see that. Yeah, so I need not to tell, but yeah.
I'm delighted to get this opportunity to speak about my very dear friend and an individual that I admired over the years, Arvind Natu. We go a long way back at National Chemical Laboratory. I remember he did some extraordinary work in organic chemistry, in medicinal chemistry, bioorganic chemistry. But his work went much beyond science, not just science, but science leadership, and most importantly, a very, very fine human being who looked at science and its benefit to the society at large and personally contributed in it. In fact, the words trust and Arvind Natu, they go together. He was the most trusted individual human being as I have known. To an extent, if you look at IISER's, Indian Institute of Science Education Research, when the very idea was born, from nothing we had to build these centers of excellence. And I remember his own contribution to the planning, design, development of IISER Pune. I myself was involved in that in different ways, so I have watched him very closely. And then I think he has a record of chairing IISER Kolkata for 7 years, then IISER Tirupati for 5 years, and then Bhopal and Behrampur for a year each. I don't think that record is equaled by anyone and unlikely to be sort of broken. And he was always helpful, always sort of positive. I think if you look at his distinguished career for 4 decades in research, drug discovery, science education, and equally importantly, institutional development, that was coupled with unwavering commitment to nurturing young scientific talent, and especially among the rural areas, the tribal areas, the underprivileged students, and giving them a hope for the future. And that is really truly inspiring. I have particular admiration for his passion in taking science to the grassroots, empowering young minds and creating opportunities for them who need the most, inclusion as we call it. And his life work, very frankly, beautifully demonstrates how scientific excellence can be combined with social commitment for creating lasting impact. He's an exemplar from that perspective. I am so sorry that I am not able to attend his felicitations personally, but I send you and all of you my best wishes. I extend my heartfelt appreciation for Arvind's continued good health, happiness and success of all his future endeavors, which will be for the good of the society, good for the nation, good for science, good for science education. May his persona, his action, his thoughts continue to inspire generations of students, generations of researchers and educators through his completely selfless service to the nation. All the best. Thank you very much.
I am very pleased to hear that IISER Kolkata is organizing IISER Directors Meet on the 12th June. Professor Sunil Khare was very gracious in extending invitation to me to attend this particular meeting. Unfortunately, due to prior commitments, I am not able to come, and I feel especially bad because I am given to understand that this meeting is being organized in honor of Professor Natu, who has been the chairman of IISER Kolkata's governing board for a long time. In fact, if I understand it right, Professor Natu holds many records. He has been the chairman of IISER Kolkata governing board for a very long time. At the same time, he also has chaired the governing boards of other IISERs as well. So, given his administrative experience and his rich career that he has had in Pune, it's only deserving that IISERs have benefited by the leadership of Professor Natu and his views on various administrative as well as academic matters. I do wish Professor Natu a very good time ahead, and I also wish IISER Directors Meet to be a very successful meet in this particular respect. I am aware of all the contributions of different IISERs in multiple areas, and especially I am very proud of the IISER Kolkata faculty who have been doing extremely well in recent times in all different subjects. As the President of Indian National Science Academy, I have had the privilege to watch the progress of younger faculty members across different IISERs, and I feel very proud that India's future is in very safe hands in these next generation scientists who represent different IISERs and especially IISER Kolkata. Wish all of you very best for this directors meet, and I look forward to visiting IISER Kolkata in near future as per mutual convenience. Namaskar.
Dr. Arvind Natu, Dr. Sunil Khare, and participates in this function. First, let me apologize for not being able to attend this function in person to felicitate Dr. Natu on his lifetime achievements. I have known him for nearly 40 years. When I moved from CCMB Hyderabad to NCL Pune in 1987, Dr. Natu was assigned to my research team. One of the best and the most unusual startup grants that NCL gave me. He helped me set up my laboratory and settle in Pune. In 1994, when I became head of Organic Chemistry Synthesis Division, he played a key role in building our division's links with chemical industry, where he had excellent contacts. Together, we visited several chemical companies, met their leaders and managers, which helped us raise funds for the division. He also mentored and supported many of my PhD students in their personal lives. His organizational skills are exceptional, and together we organized several conferences at NCL, including ISBOC, IUPAC, and CRSI meetings. Together, we also established Indian Society of Bioorganic Chemistry, ISBOC. Over the years, we have become not only close professional colleagues, but also family friends. He was always the first person to whom I turned for both personal and professional matters. When IISER Pune was established in 2006, he played an important role in setting up its temporary campus in the NCL building. Around the same time, as I moved to IISER Pune as director and retired from NCL, and he retired from NCL, I invited him to join IISER Pune as a visiting faculty. During its first 5 years, he helped organize the joint BSMS admission test for the IISERs, and he served as chair of the IISER Pune Admissions Committee for quite a few years. He prepared the first draft of the IISER Admissions Manual, which has since been refined and still in use today. He had a remarkable ability to deal with both parents and students, those who were admitted and those who were not, and this helped prevent several problems, including legal disputes. He also supported many young faculty members who joined IISER Pune, helping them to settle in both their professional and personal lives. One of his greatest strengths is his deep understanding of government rules and his ability to work effectively within the framework of the government rules. He interacted with colleagues without ego, and he earned their trust. When he was appointed chairperson of the board of IISER Kolkata, he called me first for advice. I told him only this: Dr. Natu, you are stepping into the shoes of two distinguished predecessors, Professor C.N.R. Rao and Dr. R.A. Mashelkar, and you not only conduct yourself accordingly, but just remember this at the back of your mind. He later went on to serve as chairperson of IISER Thiruvananthapuram, then IISER Bhopal, then IISER Berhampur, and for a time he held all four positions simultaneously. This is both an extraordinary honor and a significant responsibility bestowed on him by the ministry. Perhaps because of our close friendship, or because he chose otherwise, he did not go on to become the chairperson of IISER Tirupati. From my conversation with IISER directors, I learned that he did an excellent job. Now he is an independent member of the IISER Standing Committee. Each IISER has its own challenges, and he had to make some difficult decisions. As someone who has directed 2 IISERs, I know how hard it is to suspend or dismiss staff. He handles such matters with diligence, fairness, and due regard for both individuals and to the institution. I believe he now has an unmatched understanding of the IISER system. He also did a lot of outreach activities for IISER Pune, traveling into the interiors of Maharashtra and talking to several college students and faculty, and even visiting several schools to influence the students in Marathi language to apply for IISERs. His commitment and message were so strong that IISER Pune is known as Natu's IISER in rural Maharashtra. At this time, I offer my affectionate felicitations to Arvind Natu for his long 40 years of association with me, remaining as a true friend and always the first person for me to reach out. Basically, he keeps life very simple by being a good human being with an analytical mind for dealing with any situation. This has made him popular with people even beyond academia. Often I told him that if he competes for election from graduate constituency, he will handsomely win and become a lawmaker. Dr. Natu, thank you for your collective contributions to the growth of IISERs, which will become a part of IISER history. You have just completed 80th birthday in April, and as Abraham Lincoln said, it's not the years of your life, or the age that counts, but it is the quality of life in those years. We can feel fully satisfied in this aspect that you all had a good life and plenty, even better life for you left for the future. Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make life by what we give." And that's what you have done in your life. Just giving and giving and giving to the system and society. I take this opportunity to wish you, Urmila, and your family members a very healthy and happy time ahead. Thank you.
Choked with emotions. I realize that.
Natu sir, wish you a very, very happy birthday. I have known you for the past 34 years, and that is a very, very long time and has brought in so many memories that are all sweet. To put it all in a few words that describe you has been a really, really tough thing to do. What I found is that one word that describes you best is helpful. I remember when I brought my new bride Jayashree to meet you and to introduce you, you offered an opportunity so that she could work in Pune. Later on, when we were in financial difficulty, you offered me money without ever asking back. That shows the big heart that you have. In this occasion, let me wish you many, many happy returns of the day that you get to celebrate with increasing numbers of family and friends over generations. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Bye.
It is my great privilege to talk about Dr. Arvind Natu, who will be felicitated at IISER Pune for his outstanding work for Indian science. I know Dr. Natu for last 45 years, initially at the National Chemical Laboratory and later when he joined after retirement the Einstein Institute. Dr. Natu obtained his PhD from NCL under the guidance of Dr. Gaupte, and later he moved to Germany as a DAT fellow, and after returning from Germany he was very closely associated with the Cultural Institute of Germany called Max Muller Bhavan. He taught German language, certification and several cultural programs for the Max Muller Bhavan. For his outstanding work for German language, he was awarded the Civilian Highest Award by the President of Germany. He has worked on nucleotides, peptide nucleotides, and published some unique publication in high impact factor journal. Dr. Natu is a great administrator. He was involved in many board of directors studies of institutes as well as universities. He was chairman of the board of studies of IISER Kolkata. Dr. Natu was also associated with several Indian pharmaceutical companies. He was on the board of 3 pharma companies, and because of his association with industry, he was able to get funding for IISER Pune to make modern chemistry labs, ladies hostel as well as gents hostel. For his contribution to science, Dr. Natu received many awards and recognition. It is not possible to name all of them, but he has received a Lifetime Achievement Award of Labhi R&D Education, Lifetime Award of VG Trust Pune, as well as Lifetime Award for Surya Datta Institute. He was member of the Olympiad for Chemistry. He led the chemistry team to Budapest. So my best wishes to Dr. Natu for every occasion. Thank you.
Warm greetings to everyone gathered at IISER Kolkata. It is a true privilege to join you in honoring Professor Arvind Natu. My name is Dr. Chinmay Majmudar and I am with Bakul Finechem Research Center, a 50-year-old chemistry research institute based in Mumbai. Professor Natu has been with us as part of our board of directors. He has always brought a rare combination to the table: the precise analytical mind of a scientist and the deeply empathetic heart of a mentor. Throughout his association with us, Professor Natu was far more than a director. He has always been very patient and helping our researchers in understanding the subject matter from the very basic organic chemistry to the various analytical chemistry perspectives. In particular, his cheerful guidance has always been about lifting up others and steering us forward with absolute integrity and kindness. Professor Natu, thank you for your decades of exceptional leadership, your insight, and your enduring friendship. IISER Kolkata is incredibly fortunate to have you as chairperson, and we wish you the very best. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Vasant Jadhav, CTO at Alnylam Pharmaceuticals, where we have had the privilege of translating RNAi into a new class of medicines. But long before the roles and the titles and the milestones, there are people who shape your journey quietly, profoundly. And one such person for me is Dr. Natu. Dr. Natu, happy 80th birthday. 80 is just a number. Your energy, your optimism, and your ability to make the impossible feel possible continues to inspire all of us. I still remember my PhD days, the pressure, the uncertainty, and the race against the time. In those moments, you were always there, not just as a mentor, but as a constant source of strength, supporting us in every way, emotionally, and whenever needed, even beyond that. And all it took was hearing your voice on the phone or in person, Natu bolte hai. Instantly, you knew things would be okay. That's your true legacy. Not just helping build the institutions, but the confidence you gave to so many of us to keep going. Dr. Natu, wish you very happy 80th birthday, great health, and many more years of inspiring people around you. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am here to talk a few words about Dr. Natu, my mentor. It is my privilege to extend warm regards and heartfelt best wishes to the esteemed and distinguished Dr. Natu on the joyous occasion of his 80th year and his remarkable 7 years as a chairman of IISER. I am Anil Deshpande, currently serving as a Director of Medicinal Chemistry at Jubilant Biosys, an integrated drug discovery center located at Bangalore. I have had honor of knowing Dr. Natu since 1997 when I joined his research group as a PhD student at NCL. His contribution as a renowned scientist at NCL and as a founding member in establishing the IISER at Pune and across India have created immense legacy. His wisdom, guidance, and unwavering dedication have shaped generation of scholars and I am one of them. I really felt lucky for me. I have witnessed his positive approach in tackling the most difficult challenges throughout the career. Beyond scientific achievements, his wide respected scientific and social circle has fostered the collaborations, inspired innovation, and enriched the community around him. Thank you for being more than a mentor, for being a role model, source of strength and inspiration. May this milestone be a reminder of countless lives you have touched and enduring the impact of your work. With deepest respect and gratitude, I wish Dr. Natu a very happy and healthy life and best wishes for the future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Okay, so yeah, so I think whatever we heard from various luminaries who have been associated with Dr. Natu, more than what they said, we all know this is actually, we have felt it while we are interacting with him. Formally, so many, it may be repetitive, but formally I will read about him. Before I read it, I must admit, and later on I will show you some clips which will tell you that he is extended, we are his extended family.
Thank you.
And he has been very kind and affectionate to me and my family, as an elder, as a family member. So we are always grateful to you, Dr. Sir. His vision and leadership to, now we can, so that's what I was saying. If you can look at it, you will see different aspect of his personality. Okay. So this occasion is the occasion of marriage of my son, and we requested him and he flew all the way from Pune to attend and bless the couple. And you can see his affection for all of us. So this is other side of his personality. He is a family man and very blessings to all of us. Okay. So with this, I think I now come to the professional part. IISER Kolkata and other IISERs have been very, very benefited by his wisdom, vision and leadership. You see that he is very gentle, mild, very simple, down to earth, and very experienced person. He can solve the complex problem. You will never see him tensed or stressed, whatever is the situation. As a BOG chairman, many situation came when we were very nervous, but he said, don't worry, it will be taken care. That's how he is. And IISER Kolkata I joined about 2 years ago, and then he helped me to understand the situation, problems, sailing me through those complex issues before I could understand. And some of the noteworthy contribution wherein he guided us have been launching of 3 new academic programs, where he said, yes, please go ahead. And we started BSMS program in data science, computational and data sciences. In fact, we created the department kind there. And then he also encouraged us, we launched MS program in sustainability sciences, and now today we will have another launch. He also gave, cleared us and cleared all our proposals with, graceful pat on our shoulder. That is a new student hostel which was long pending, and he said, yes, go ahead, and don't wait for what he called HEFA loans and all, just start it. Then his another brainchild was to renovate the Salt Lake guest house. So I think those who have seen the guest house before and now can, and he took personal interest. In between he visited and he said, this thing is not correct, do this way, that way. And finally he said, I want to open up the new facilities, and he took time out and opened it. And also he sanctioned that our VH is a very small, facility for guests. He said you can have the similar, replica of it. So it will be L-shaped. The other arm is under construction now. those things he actually supported us. And then IISER as other academic institutions are marred by many legal issues, many complicated academic matters, many professional issues. All through that, in fact, even I can share, but not so officially, that this campus was built by CPWD and we have lots of issues to clear it so far. And he always, all the time, guided us, helped us through ministry to get the clearances. So, means IISER Kolkata community may have seen more than what I have seen with him, because I am just for 2 years and others are there for longer time. 7 years he has been with us. They can tell more, but in a very short time I saw what an imprint can be of a chairman for the institution. And we are very thankful to you, Natu. Me and my all faculty colleagues and staff are very grateful to you for supporting us, clearing all promotions which were long pending. RCPP came very handy, which you made. So all in all, I was protected by him. And this institute was blessed by him. With this, these were my personal thoughts. Maybe I became emotional while saying so. And today we have a privilege of honoring and felicitating Professor Natu. He is an exceptional scientist, educator, institutional builder, visionary, whose contributions have profound enrichment in the landscape of science and higher education. His remarkable journey spans over 5 decades of dedication to scientific research, education, and societal development. A distinguished organic and medicinal chemist, he served the National Chemical Laboratory for more than 3 decades, making significant contribution to drug discovery, synthetic organic chemistry, process development, DNA diagnostics, and medicinal chemistry. His scientific accomplishments include more than 150 research publications and patents, industrial processes, and numerous collaborations that has benefited both academia and industry. However, his legacy extends beyond research. He has been one of the key architects, as has been mentioned by many now. I think it is very architect of Indian science education movement. He played a pivotal role in planning, establishing IISERs, and especially IISER Pune, contributing not only to its academic vision but also to its infrastructure, admission framework, curriculum design, and institutional culture. No doubt IISER Pune is the top among the IISERs. He also contributed significantly to the development of IISER Tirupati and has provided invaluable guidance to several IISERs through his leadership role. As a chairman of BOG for IISER Kolkata, IISER Thiruvananthapuram, IISER Bhopal, and Beharampur, he has helped and shaped these institutions into a vibrant center of learning and research excellence. A defining feature of Professor Natu's career has been his unwavering commitment to nurture the young talent, sir. He has devoted himself to motivating students, particularly those from rural, tribal, and underprivileged background, to pursue career in science. Through more than 500 lectures across the nation, in schools, colleges, communities, and various platforms, he inspired generation of students to recognize the transformative power of science education. I think our colleagues have seen him in the recent NITSER council meeting, where he was all through supporting IISER's cause and how to take IISER forward. Even today morning you have seen the way he shows his unrelenting passion to take IISERs forward. Professor Natu has also served nation through numerous educational and scientific initiatives, including chemistry, Olympiad program, teacher development activity, and various national visions to promote a science education. On international front, Professor Natu has been a distinguished ambassador of Indian science. For over 3 decades, he has fostered Indo-German educational and scientific collaboration, and he has been awarded with prestigious Cross of Order of Merit from the Germany, which is the highest civilian award conferred by FRG to the foreign nationals. It's great, sir, to know this. Today, as we felicitate Professor Natu, we celebrate not only a distinguished scientist and institutional builder, but also a mentor, guide, and tireless advocate of scientific education. His life exemplifies excellence, service, leadership, and deep commitment to empower future generation. On behalf of everyone here, we express our heartfelt gratitude for your immense contribution to science, sir, for education and nation building. We congratulate you, and though nobody can believe he's 80, everybody was mentioning, so he you can understand how he is disciplined in his life. We congratulate you, sir, for your extraordinary achievements and wish you continued health, happiness, and fulfillment in the years to come. Thank you very much, sir. Then I think it's time for us to honor him little bit, whatever.
अभी शादी ऐसा लग रहा है मुझे.
Okay, so this is when you illuminate it, it's your three-dimensional thing. So, right, we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. So you will find him here. Lights here. Okay.
Should we turn off the light?
Thank you.
I can also take this opportunity to.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is something very unique for you. This is memoirs written by all the directors. So, this is Professor Govardhan Das writing for you, followed by Professor Ganguly, then Professor Tripathi, Professor Murthy, Professor Bhagwat, me, and Professor T. Prakash, I think, and I think, sir, maybe Santanu's things is here. Yeah. So everyone has written something about you.
Okay.
And that you will cherish.
My God. You have to give me
This is a
wagon to carry all these things.
We will send it, sir. This is a small souvenir from me to you, sir. And you will remember this institution for a long time.
Yeah, anyhow I'll remember.
And now you are
Lord Balaji.
Oh, it's good that you didn't unpack it.
I don't want to.
नहीं नहीं
ट्रांजिट तुम्हारे साथ है
no.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Sir.
Oh, things are coming.
Congratulations, sir, and thank you for being with us.
Oh, thank you.
First let us.
Mr. Natu, wonderful. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Sir, from IISER Kolkata.
Thanks a lot. Can I remove this now? It's too big.
So now, with this, I request each one of you to say a few words before he. We will make him more emotional before he. So one after other, maybe.
In simple words, if I have to describe Dr. Natu, an unassuming personality, infinitely resourceful, helpful, a people's person. In fact, after I became director at IISER Pune, anybody that comes to know, oh, the place where Dr. Natu. So what Dr. Ganesh said was perfectly true. Natu's IISER is how it is known in Maharashtra.
Just to interrupt, once in presence of Dr. Ganesh, I was talking to somebody and said, I am Dr. Ganesh, Director IISER speaking. Ganesh बोला कि तुम ऐसा बाकी मत करो.
And with all that, he is socially committed. His commitment towards school kids has resulted in IISER Pune having that science activity center. And he has always been a guide to IISER Pune and to me in person. And I wish you a longer association with IISER Pune than the formal association of a chairman that
Okay.
I can
Thank
hope
you.
for.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Natu. I think my association goes to you much beyond IISER creation.
Yeah.
I think during 90s, Indian Society of Bioorganic Chemists, you were spearheading. And you know, those days I have started chemical biology research in this country for the first time. And I think he knows how we had interacted in Bangalore, in Kolhapur, in various places. And that was a very memorable time. And I think, you know, I have never seen him losing temper. I have always seen him, he's always, you know, guiding the next generation, very composed, very frugal. You know, he always Salpahari. You know, his style of maintaining himself is something exemplary. And I think we all know about Dr. K.N. Ganesh. He's the legendary director of, IISER system, longest serving. The man behind his creation is Dr. Natu. I think he tirelessly worked from his NCL. He mentioned that already. So I think, you know, that we have seen. And, you know, I have actually had not a share of a good luck. I written to ministry so many times to have him. Today I figured out why he was not, put into IISER Tirupati system as his chairman BOG, because perhaps with his association with Dr. Ganesh. And anyway, I think he has been guiding me many times, you know, on many occasions, on various aspects, science and administration both. So it's a great privilege knowing you. You are an unassuming person of very high order, and I think I wish you very best on this occasion of 80th birthday and many more years to come. You must complete century because you are maintaining all right. And you know, I remember also your story. He was telling, you know, how those days of Germany, when he was there in TU Berlin, that is divided Germany. Berlin was divided on both sides, East Germany and West Germany. I have heard stories from him. And it is only expected, German Cross Order of Merit, the civilian award has been endowed to him. Thank you and all my best.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations for completing 80 years. I should have known because he retired in 2006 in NCL. I distinctly remember that. As many said, he has been a very amicable, very easily accessible person. I'll come to IISER Kolkata BOG chairmanship just a minute later. But I must say my first interaction with Professor Natu is because of his Germany connection. He used to go to DST DAD. Whenever I was a Humboldt fellow, whenever we used to get a letter only in Germany, and I did not know, only in German, I didn't know German. So everybody told me, go to Professor Natu. So I remember I got a lot of letters translated by him. And no wonder that later I realized that he has such a deep connection with Germany and got a very highest award of merit from Germany. And of course his science, I don't want to comment. Everybody has said that he is one of the top bioorganic chemists in the country. And it has been a very great journey that he has helped the growth of IISER. I would recollect now the first IISER joint system admission. I think Professor Natu will say a lot of things. I and Professor Natu actually went from Pune in Kolkata. It was held in Kolkata in, I think, Salt Lake, probably where the Salt Lake guest house is. If I recollect, only 30 or 35 students were there, and 30 odd students. I don't remember exactly how many.
Yeah.
38. So we didn't know what to do. Actually, what does this counseling mean? Because we had only 2 IISERs. So either they'll go to Pune or they'll go to Kolkata. So I think it was a great. I was representing actually Pune, if I remember. Both of us were actually representing
because
Pune.
we didn't have sufficient people in IISER, so we took from NCL, Department of Biotechnology.
But by then I also got engaged with IISER.
Yeah.
So I started teaching.
Faculty.
I was one of the first faculties, probably the first faculty, I.R. Ganesh, I don't remember, who taught first chemistry course at IISER Pune.
101.
Yes, came 101 and first year level. So I really started enjoying while being at NCL. It was just next to our building, so I could go for 1 hour and come back. And that is how my formal association with IISER Pune started. And by the time Professor Natu has already joined, when the IISER started. And then, of course, our friendship flourished. Not just from IISER, but prior to that, we are friends in NCL. So we have been friends, though he is much senior to me. I'm not that old. So I have to make a disclaimer. So, but our friendship as a very senior colleague was there. And one day when I joined IISER Kolkata, I now must say, many of you know that we had ministry secretary that time as a chairman of the board of governors. Then ministry secretary changed and Subbarao became the board of governors chairman. And it was a little rough time for us. I don't want to go into that. And then Subbarao called me. I was in a Kolkata airport lounge. I still distinctly remember I was traveling somewhere. And Subbarao called me. He said, Professor Pal, I have a good news for you. I said, he's giving good news is a very pleasing thing. I said, what is that good news? And then he said, you have a permanent board of governors chairman. So you will get rid of me. That's exactly what he said. I said, oh, I don't want to get rid of you. Of course, that was my first reaction. You have been so supportive. And then he told me that, do you know who he is? I said, no, you have to tell me because you told me. He said, have you heard of this name, Arvind Natu from Pune? I mean, he didn't know that I know him. I said, Arvind Natu from Pune, IISER Pune? He said, yes. I said, of course I know him very well. I mean, he didn't tell me actually before that. And so he said that now he's going to be Board of Governors Chairman. So that was March 2019, if I remember, when you had first joined. That's why they're calling it 7 years of IISER Kolkata. And since then, of course, he has been at IISER Kolkata as a Board of Governors Chairman, and I hope he will continue actually, I hope. And, and beyond your years. And he will tell what are the problems that we had and how he solved. But I must say that he has been very, very helpful. We had a genuine problem of school, many of you know that. We had all different kinds of problems, and part of that I had to, of course, resolve as a director, but he helped me at every stage. And most important thing that happened also, pleasing thing is that he supported the RISE. Because for everything, when you start an innovation complex in an academic institution in 2018, I actually defended 19, it was almost starting. You require Board of Governors permission. Because those days it was very strange. You're starting a new company within IISER. Many people told you will be in trouble. There are a lot of naysayers, I must say that. And he completely supported. He said, this is the way to go forward. You must have innovation complex. So we got about 13.6 crore money from DST, and DST was also quite conservative, because they said, will you succeed in Mohanpur to have an innovation complex? Who will be your startups? Big cities, you have done it in Pune, but it's Mohanpur. I said, yes, but Professor S.K. Joshi was chair, I still remember. Yeah. Professor S.K. Joshi said, if anybody succeeds to build in Mohanpur, it will be him, give him. And then they stopped. And today I'm very happy that it is a kind of successful model, RISE IISER, that there are more than 50 startups, despite the fact that we had the bottleneck of COVID. And during the COVID time, Professor Natu helped me a lot, actually. One of the good thing about him is approvals. Whenever there is an approval, promotion, recruitment, he has been very, very forthright in giving approval. And of course, the school was finally affiliated to IISER Kolkata. Thanks to, of course, CBSE, Professor Natu, many things happened. I don't want to recollect all of that here, but I think he has been with us at all time. Anytime phone calls, he was always available, give advice. So I'm very happy to have worked with him as a Board of Governors chairman. We are colleagues in NCL, then colleagues at IISER Pune, and then eventually colleagues at IISER Kolkata. So almost like, not colleagues, actually he was my boss at IISER Kolkata, I should say. So 40 odd years that I know, just like Ganesh said, I think both Ganesh and I know Natu for a very long time. I think Dr. Mashelkar may be knowing you even longer, I'm not sure, possibly longer.
Slightly earlier.
Yeah, so, but we know, and we cherish your association with IISER Kolkata. You have done a lot for IISER Kolkata that I'm sure Professor Khare will also mention, has already mentioned. 7 years is a long time. You have set a record, and I think you will continue to set more records. I know that it is not just the IISER system. Many of you do not know that he has been also involved with Board of Governors chairman in other institutions, which I don't want to mention here. If you mention, I can do that. But he has been already Board of Governors chairman in other institutions. So his contribution to science administration is enormous, I must tell. And as Dr. Mashelkar said, his understanding of IISER system, when he started, he must have been groping. But the fact that he came to 2006 IISER admission, he already started understanding IISER system. And I think that has really helped. And IISER Pune, though, as Ganesh said, formally he was never the Board of Governors chairman, he was always available for all. I don't know how much Professor Bhagwat interacts with him, very much, but he's always available. And it is true that many people have told me that it is Natu's IISER. So there is no exaggeration. I can also tell, when I have gone to small villages, not even small places, Solapur, Nasik, I have been told for outreach activities, I have been told, oh, IISERs have come up. Oh, somebody said, no, where Professor Natu is there? He's the director of IISER, right? Then I had to correct. He is not the director, but he is involved. But I think here it has been known because of Natu in the early days. I think now IISER systems are known better. But those days he used to go and he used to talk about IISER, the young boys and girls, why they should take up science. I remember he has a lot of outreach activities. So I think it is tremendous. I congratulate you for very successfully completing not just 80 years, but successfully completing a large number of years, long years of science administration in this country, apart from being a scientist. It's very important, and he is one of the persons who has a lot of patents, not just published, I must say, about his science. Patents, industry, as you know, the consultation to the industry. In fact, that is how I first came to know about him, that he has so much involvement with IISER came much later, I must say, except that we are both in IISER Pune somehow teaching. But I knew him because his industry contact, so I don't want to say so many things to tell about Professor Natu in 40 years that it is very hard for me to tell. What he has done for IISER Pune, I don't know if Professor Bhagwat knows, in the early days, starting from getting gas connection to every small electric, he was there. And what Professor Ganesh said, it would have been extremely difficult for him to work without Professor Natu. That is all I can say, that he really built that place up. And construction, overseeing the construction, overseeing all the infrastructural facilities. And I think Ganesh was distinctly lucky, I should tell him actually, distinctly lucky to get somebody like you. And later on, of course, all his wisdom, it is only proper and appropriate that you became the Board of Governors Chairman of IISER Kolkata and several other IISER. That is certainly a record. When I heard that in 1 year he was Board of Governors Chairman for 4 IISERs, as Dr. Mashelkar said, I don't think that record will be beaten. I'm very surprised if that is beaten. At least in the IISER system, somebody has to take all the 7 IISERs, I think, to beat that. And thank you, Professor Natu, and congratulations, best wishes. And I'm sure you'll go forward and our friendship will remain. In fact, he was so nice as a BOG chairman, I must tell you now. I used to go to Pune very often. He will tell me, bring all the minutes, which he had not signed because that was a COVID time. So all of them will go to a cafe in Pune. I don't want to reveal everything, which cafe and all that we used to meet near his house. I think it was near Kothurud only, right? Yeah. Cafe. So we used to go to cafe and there he will sign every paper. It's very hard to get such a BOG chairman. We will not bother about all the protocols, procedures. But that's also partly because of our friendship, I suppose. Thank you. And wonderful congratulations, and I'm sure you'll go forward.
Yeah, so I think a lot has been told, and I think I came to know Professor Natu when he became the chairman of the Board of Governors of IISER in 2025, or late 24.
Yeah.
December. Because you first visited, I think, in January of 25.
First BOG chairman to visit campus.
He's the first BOG chairman to visit IISER campus after 9 years. Earlier BOG chairman had never visited the campus.
Really?
No BOG chairman had visited the IISER campus. So he was the first one, that's correct. And as all of you said, he's not only a scientist, he had a lot of connections with industry. And main thing is a great mentor. You can always ask him for advice. So I am really jealous that IISER Kolkata had 7 years. It's wonderful to have a person to whom you can go and discuss. So whatever time Dr. Natu was with us, we had some one or two very difficult cases. You remember? And we went through that. And also we had a very tumultuous convocation. First president is coming, then vice president is coming, then this minister, governor is coming. Dates kept changing, and Professor Natu was so nice that he was agreeing to the changes, frequent changes. Very positive about IISER system, and he always supported me. And we enjoyed your company. I think twice you came, right?
Yeah.
Twice. Once with Mrs. Natu, right? Once your wife came.
Yeah.
And we had a nice walk to the beach. I still have his pictures. It was nice through the cashew nut groves. So very nice to have you, sir. And always such chairman whom you can approach anytime. And I think it's a great and wonderful. Normally in such positions, people tend to create some enemies, but I think you have no enemies. You have been so generous and so nice to everybody.
I tried to do that, but I couldn't succeed.
With your position in such a, for a long time. But I think everybody likes you. Nobody, I think, all of us, like you for your simplicity and cool demeanor and your, patience. So thank you, sir. I wish you and Mrs. Natu for a wonderful life ahead, very healthy and satisfying. I know you will be doing a lot of things, as you are very much into outreach and all that thing. By the way, that is something common. I also have a lot of interest in outreach, as you know.
Okay, yeah.
So wonderful, and you are always welcome. And I inviting you now. 27 July is our next convocation.
Oh yes.
So
Sir.
आइए.
Yeah, जरूर.
The only IISER where he is not involved.
Well, I belong to that
Tirupati also.
underprivileged class of persons and IISER. Underprivileged class who have not been benefited by the guidance and mentorship of Professor Natu. I had few occasions of interactions with him, and every time I felt that I should be interacting with him more often to seek his guidance, to benefit from his experience. And from the limited interaction which I had and from the impressions which I gathered, I am tempted to share 3-4 anecdotes. One is, कौन कहता है आसमां में छेद नहीं हो सकता, एक पत्थर तो तबीयत से उछालो यारो. So, Professor Natu is the one who has considered everything possible. And I think it is easy to find people who like to walk on the highway, but it's very difficult to find people who make the way for others to walk on that path. And to me, Professor Natu is the one who has made the path on which many others can walk and benefit from that. So this is, like institution builder. Many of us do science, but there are very few who scale down their science or who sacrifice their science for the sake of larger interest of the science. And I think the country needs more such people who can be the promoters of science. And it is the class of Professor Natu, that is what is required, who is there to inspire everyone. And I think he has an art of making everyone his own. Apna banane ka hunar. So he has that hunar of making everyone one's own. And it was otherwise said as he has friends all around. He doesn't have any enemy. So these are a few things which I have in mind, and I have benefited several times when I felt that the problem is difficult. I knew that he is a Bhishma Pitamaha of IISER system, and therefore I approached to him, and I got very valuable advice, which I still cherish, and which kind of motivates me to reach out to him whenever a difficult time comes. Lastly, in an amusing way, I will tell one little story this story will end with a small question to Professor Natu. That when I had gone to Germany, I was there on a DAD program. So there was a language course of 4 months. And initial 2 months, I was always feeling that why I should be studying this language, foreign language. I should have spent time in doing science and all that. But after 2 months, my German teacher said that you have a good ability if you pay attention, listen to the TV and read newspaper, your language will improve. So after another 2 months, there was examination of G3, Grundstufe 3.
Yeah.
And there, in the examination, I stood second. The person who stood first was a French guy. And I later came to know that he had a German girlfriend. So my question to Professor Natu is that what was it which made you so proficient in German? Thank you, sir, and wish you all the best.
Can we meet after the meeting?
You can reveal after the meeting.
Yeah.
My real best wishes to you, and I'm sure that I will continue to bother you and benefit from your guidance, the enormous experience which you have gathered, and my effort would be to try to assimilate some of the traits which you have nurtured or you have developed within your personality. And I think this is not only going to benefit me, but to institution or the people with whom I associate. So my best wishes to you, and thank you for taking care of the science and IISERs with such a passion. Thank you, sir.
Given that Professor Khare, am I audible? Yeah, this is working.
It's working.
You know, he has been a BOG chairperson for you for 7+ years, and you know, next who comes is IISER Thiruvananthapuram. I thought you would be kind to ask me after you to say a few words, but I come towards the end. What am I left with? To say anything?
Sorry for that.
In a lighter note.
You wanted to sandwich between the two.
I'm not attacking you, but you know.
Okay.
So if I am to say something about Professor Natu after everybody has said pretty much everything about him, I'm really at loss of words.
So
you know, it was in
how many
2020.
years with Trivandrum?
4 years and 9 months. So, and that too was as an additional charge. That also may be a record. For, you know, as an with additional charge, somebody continuing for 4 years and 9 months. I think this is not usual, right? This was in 2020 that I ran into Professor Natu. Of course, I had heard about him. And, you know, Professor Saurupal is the one. Hey, Professor Natu is here. You remember it when, you know, our standing committee meeting in Delhi?
Yeah.
And Professor Natu attended, of course. Then we yeah, that was the first time. So I shook hands with him. Never did I fathom that he would be our board of chairman at that time. I basically virtually went from IIT Kanpur with no experience to IISER Thiruvananthapuram, was mired in issues, had struck a nice chord with the BOG chairperson that time, Professor Madhavan Rajivan Nair, who was the BOG chairperson. And there was a trust that had built, and I was doing a few things. He believed in whatever that I was doing. And then came the letter that he would be changed, and I was really aghast. You know, there is some kind of a relationship that is built, and all of a sudden there is a change again to the next person. And you know, BOG chairperson is very important to run the institution, and who is that person going to be? I had my own apprehensions, but then it was Professor Natu as an additional charge. That was awesome. I think it was with your help that we could steer our institution out of the project mode, and I would certainly say it was really God sent, Professor Natu coming as a BOG chairperson. Yeah. So it was really God sent. And it was also important, you know, very difficult phase that somebody who was above me, you know, trusts and believes in what I was doing, and the kind of complaints, kind of anonymous letters every other day, and he would simply return to me, Dr. Murthy, don't worry about this. This was much required. You know, I've been a director for 7 years now. Yeah. But you know, at this time, if such letters come, I would trash them. I would not even be a bit unperturbed.
I used
but
to have
those
from
days,
Paresh Rawal at gmail.com, Amitabh Bachchan at gmail.com, and so I told through them. Yeah, please, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, those days were really troublesome for me. I think I needed somebody who could stand by me in whatever that I was doing, and he was an amazing support. I think these are the adjectives that we have heard n times about him. Supremely helpful all the time, right? And of course, you know, his administrative acumen is really laudable. Supportive to the hilt. I think there's no doubt. And somebody being a, you know, chairman of the BOGs for 4 IISERs is not a joke. that speaks in itself, the volume to which basically he has contributed to the IISER system. 7+ years, close to 5 years for us, and being an additional charge for other 3 IISERs. That is really tremendous. Personally, for me, it was really awesome. I think everybody has said. One thing that is great thing about Professor Natu is you can get him easily. At times, in fact, I even missed getting the approvals for faculty hiring. I woke up in the last minute, and even the selection committees had come. Where on the earth it happens that as a director, basically, you could approach some BOG chairperson, sir, I have my selection committee in the campus. I unfortunately have not had the approval, and could you please approve? Done in no time. A few seconds it is done. Amazing support I really have had. I mean, up until December. I think December was when he changed. New person has come as a BOG chairperson. And I said this, we also had a similar function at our IISER Thiruvananthapuram. I'm immensely grateful to you, sir. There's no doubt. That's on the professional side. It's not that, he's definitely helpful, but at the same time, it's not that, all your wishes are granted. No, I have had tough times with him, I must say. Maybe in hindsight, if I really look back, I think which is where the maturity comes into picture. And one would always wish that, everything that you wish is granted. Of course, I was denied a few, but if I now look back on those issues, probably he was right, that I shouldn't have taken that path. Which I wanted. I think I'm sure you will recollect all those, right? And
I'd like
to
forget
those.
them.
So I saw Professor Nathu's other face at that time. It was absolutely opposite. I don't think anybody has seen this. I was really hurt that I wanted to push a particular issue. No, that did not materialize, and I confided with some of my colleagues. But I think this is where the acumen that I speak of, administrative acumen. And if I look back, think about it. This happened about 2 years back. But I think he was right. I think he had a bigger vision for the institution, not to divert the focus of the institution into things that are not warranted. And the issue slowly melted in its own way. That aside, professionally, it was a tremendous support. Somebody who is so accessible, so helpful, so supportive is basically godsend. And I needed this support. I acknowledge this all the time. Personally, I think amazing. I think I never felt that I have some boss sitting with me. That is a kind of comfort zone that he kind of allows you. I think Professor Tripathi said, "Apana banane ka hunar," right? Yes. I think there is an adjective that I'll describe him with, and that he possesses. That's how basically you become an admirer of a person. Can anybody think that he's an octogenarian? 80 years? You would defy the age. Professor Natu, there's no doubt about it, right? Personally, there are a lot of lessons from him. He's one to learn a lot from. In fact, each time I look at the food, he comes to my mind. If my stomach is giving me trouble, should I be taking this food? I think every time he's in the campus, the way he basically see the platter, I mean, he's a person, and he has also told me that he has never gone to hospitals. I don't know how many of you know this. Seldom. Maybe rare times that you have been to health center for any checks.
Yeah, to see others.
To see. To keep oneself really that healthy, it's not easy. I think this is where absolute discipline is absolutely warranted. I don't think he's lured by anything that you have in his front. He's frugal to the hilt in his consumption. I think that's a huge lesson I'll never forget. There is something for my life, particularly if I get basically kind of excited about the food. The person that I think about is you, to kind of restrict myself and to bring that discipline on myself. I think that's a wonderful lesson from you. I think before I say anything, I think I would like to, everybody said he is very helpful, he is very cheerful, he is very healthy and all that, but I would like to describe him with one adjective, right? There's a old usage. I just wanted to kind of describe the way the dictionary says about this particular word, and I'm sure we all use this. is absolutely spriteful. To be spriteful is to be full of spirit, vitality, and to be happy. His vitality is amazing. You can see his the complexion, right? That reflects in vitality. The spirit is always high, right? Any time to walk. Just after the dinner, he walks, and happy. I never see him down. And to have a positive attitude. There is a beautiful word. Is absolutely someone. I think to me, this is exactly who radiates energy and positivity is sprightly. There is a dictionary word. Whatever meaning I explain.
Oh,
you are sprightly. Sir, I think we follow you. Thank you very much. And I pray to Almighty for a wonderful life, the life that is completely sprightly, the way that it has been. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I never said that 7 years. 7 years?
Plus. I said 7 plus.
Still
Yeah, I know. I know.
We should 7 year completed.
I was wondering whether you got already order for the next BOG.
It will not come, I think. 4.5 years he had without. So that is it, and he is also BOG chairman for NIT Bhopal.
I know.
Okay. So with this, I think I request sir to say a few words to all of you.
Yeah, I am competing in IISER Council and both. Yeah.
So
okay.
We'd like to hear you, sir.
Yeah. My dear friends, I am really overwhelmed, and I was wondering whether it is the same Natu that you are talking about, or you are talking about somebody else. But since all the time you were mentioning A. Natu, Arvind Natu, then I realized it is certainly me. I don't know whether it is really worth what you have said. But at the same time, I would like to share some of the thoughts, maybe in next 10 minutes or so. And I am not very frequent elocutor like you, so I have made my small presentation, which you can look. Go back. IISER Kolkata, a record 7 years journey.
7 plus.
Plus journey. Title should have been How IISER Kolkata Tolerated Me for 7 years. This is from Arvind Natu from IISER family. Can you go to the next? I think I can go. Okay. This is IISER family. Except IISER Mohali, I was associated with 4 IISERs as BOG chairman and 2 IISERs as task force member.
Oh.
Of course, I had more share in Tirupati than just task force. Tripathi ji, yaad rakhiye. Yeah. Okay. My total lecture will be an eye specialist. Eye specialist means not EYE, but only eye. I'll first speak of myself, and myself. But in a very objective way of information. My passion was, is, and will be teaching and lecturing. I started teaching spectroscopy to MSc students when I was in PhD program. I taught biotechnology department of Pune University for 24 years. And remember, none of them was a part of my profession. My profession was different, but since I liked the teaching, I done. I given 400 lectures on opportunities in basic sciences in India, and 6 I gave abroad. This is about focused mainly on IISER and why it should be chosen and so on and so forth. And then also I had the interviews in print, radio and talk. I like lecturing. Here are my first 2 lectures. I have put it, I don't know whether it is visible or not. This was in 1971. In NCL, I gave 2 seminars, one in Pune University and one in look at the quality of the paper and the cyclostyling and drawing the figures with hand and so on and so forth. It got improved at the age of 60. These were the 2 lectures just before my retirement from NCL and joining IISER. And these were the 3 last in the February, March, one at Awadh University, MIT World Peace University, and Tripartite Prayagraj. So thus my journey started of lecturing from 71 till today. I also record of giving 10 lectures in German language continuously for 45 minutes. So I had that. 2 small incidences. When you give lecture, success depends on how you are introduced to the public. Now there is so much of introduction I don't. Once I was a talk in CCI Bombay where Garda was the chairman. And somebody was introducing me. Oh, he did that, he did that, he did that. Garda asked me, is he reading your obituary or he is giving you a lecture? This is on one side. And secondly, once I went to Gorakhpur University, and there my introduction was given like that. रसायन शास्त्र के नभांगण में चमकते हुए सितारे, सेंद्रीय रसायन के महापंडित. आई आस्क्ड वाइस चांसलर, ये किसके बारे में बात करें? नहीं साहब, आप ही है. So these are just some lighter moments when I was giving talks and all other things. And besides what 400 talks I said, this is besides the scientific talks I have already given. How it started? I joined IISER by refusing several attractive offers, mainly because of my passion for education and research. I had an offer from London Medical Council. I had often from infamous quota coaching classes and so on and so forth. But it was pre-decided. Transition was very smooth. Since it was decided that I'll join IISER, time and distance and especially mental setup, etc., there was no problem at all. Distance-wise, it was only 100 meters away from NCL. So I used to go by the same road. My daughters used to ask, at least you should have chosen different road. But I used to do that. No time was wasted for some formal things. Started functioning on situation was already known. The day I went and joined, we were told on 1st of August 2006, the lecture should start. Do whatever you want. No laboratory, no building where it is going to be established, nothing was known. Then we got one khandar from NCL Venture, now where is the NCL Venture Center is there. And we started working on that. 10,000 square feet was the area assigned to us, where everything was come something. Lecture hall, come library, come reading hall, come something.
All in one.
Everything was in one. Practicals, everything was one. Then we wanted to buy one biological cabinet. Ganesh said, don't buy, we don't have place. We'll do it next semester. So there were several adjustments. But why we could do it is only because of one thing. We had the happiness and passion that we are going to start something new. Whatever you do is the law. There was no problem at all. I had attempted to discharge my duties assigned either by authorities or by destiny. Many times I was proactive in solving the problems in the best interest of the institute. That's why I said I also pretended as director in front of Ganesh talking to somebody else, and so on. I have gone out of the way to help the human resources to motivate them to get to the mainstream or action mode. I don't want to give examples and all other things because that will be too much. Institution building is composed of basically three things: institution, infrastructure, students and teachers. Student, there was no doubt, because we were not knowing where from the students will come. As he said, when we came to Calcutta in 2006, we were not knowing how we are going to select. What is reservation of the student? Nothing was. One fellow from Pune, one fellow from Calcutta will sit, student will come, then everybody gives a lesson, oh, how Pune is good, how Calcutta is good. All Bengalis will go to Calcutta, and बाकी किसी को नहीं मिला वो पुणे में. A very, very simple job. Everything was over within 1 or 2 hours. And we went back with 24 students for Pune. 24 students, 48 parents, and 1 question. What was that question? मेरे बच्चे को कितना पैसा मिलेगा? Which was very obvious. Nobody was knowing anything. But still we could manage to passivate them. In one of the days, there was a complete heavy rainfall, and our counseling was full of water till knee. With folded hands, we say, we are very sorry, हम आज कुछ नहीं कर सकते, हम कल करेंगे, आपका रहने का और खाना पीने का बंदोबस्त हमने किया है. Now Ganesh said, you are telling them, but where from we are going to do? Ultimately, we put them in the NCL hostel and got it done. Why do I am telling you? It is not a very smooth path what you see today. Huh? Was it 7 or 6? I do. Either one. So it was like this. So this was about the student. Later on, I started reading the students' psychology, philosophy, and most probably economics. How calculative students are from day one. Because I had that 12th class pass student, means a really innocent fellow will come. Nothing of that sort. They started teaching us sometimes. And for me it was a demotion, because I was dealing with PhD students, and now I had to deal with 12th standard students. Nowadays I do with 8th standard students also, there is no problem. Teachers needed new techniques, interdisciplinary teaching, student-centric education. First time we are hearing this. Although we have behaved and did interdisciplinary work in NCL, we never knew that it is called interdisciplinary work. So that was the real issue that was going on. This was the gentleman who fetched me into this stream. His name is Ganesh. How innocent he looks when he was at my home. Now, next photo. How he looks when he is in the party. I had 2 more photos, but I thought they will not be palatable with this gathering, so I didn't show. So he was responsible for, but one thing, he interested X thing, he will not ask. He will say, don't worry, go ahead. If you make mistakes, I am responsible, but you go ahead. So it started very smoothly. Now in IISER, I got flavor of several things. One was the academic ambience. Till that time, we were knowing only organic chemistry, little bit bioorganic chemistry and so on. But when I came to IISER, I realized there are subjects like mathematics, which we had never heard of, and all kind of things. Earth science, and that was too difficult for us to even remember. The day first, when I was told that we have biological mathematics, I was shivering. I said, there is some spelling mistake, so correct it. Mathematical physiology and whatnot. So it was bombarding from on a angled person, and we had very enjoyed. But I kept on learning for that, there is no doubt about it. Cutting edge age of science, that are wide horizons, new branches, quantum mission, what is that, MOF, all kinds of things. In simple language, we used to call them, they are cages, no? They said MOF. There's a modern language, modern terminology, and so on and so forth. And we need to adopt that. There was no doubt. So I tried to do that also. Then administrative procedure, this was something really new for me. A to Z. Administration, A stands for admission, whereas for us Z stands for Jadu, that is the cleanliness. So we did everything that is required for the institute. An evening, Ganesh told somebody that some administrative staff, sorry for this, that you are here because of us, not the other way around. One purchase officer got angry and he left. Really. Then next day order said, so Ganesh said, oh, nothing great. You can start becoming purchase officer from tomorrow. So till the regular fellow comes, I was the purchase, 9 to 11 purchase officer. So what I did, Science Activity Center was something which was very close to me, because there the sense of giving back to the society was there. We were in paradise, 500 meter on this side and 500 meter on this side. Corporation schools were there, where there were no facility even for any this thing. So we did that, outreach activities. I must give you one example of outreach activity or activity center. We used to go, we had a self group called Disha. So we used to go to various bastis and try to, general history was father will drink, mother will work. There is no ambience there is question of survival. So we used to go and preach, ye karo, ye padhai karo. Then one day, one girl, we brought them to IISER also, and for them it is a paradise. Then she said, Dada, mala ya shaळेत येता येईल का? She was an 8th standard girl, learning in corporation school. Then our people said, okay, aapko bhi aayega, don't worry about it. And she passed 10th, she passed 12th, she appeared from admission test also. And I am happy to tell that she got admitted in IISER Bhopal. So this is the strength of this Science Activity Center, outreach activities and all other things. Incubation Center, I don't have to elaborate, many people have already elaborated on that. On the last what? And last was admission, RCCP. I became friendly with words called GFR audits, DOPT, and later on with courts. I was just counting. I must have dealt with more than 30 court cases, right from Supreme Court down to district magistrate, and we dealt with them successfully. There was no problem. So this was short thing. I got a flavor which I never had in NCL. Then I entered into IISER, 7 years in IISER Kolkata. It was totally unexpected, not mentally prepared. Consulted seniors and directors. Amongst that, seniors and directors who made me aware of the plus and minus. One thing, one defect or disqualification I had. Namaste, Professor Basar. So I was told by one of the senior person Natu, you have one defect. You don't know how to say no. So that you must inform, and then you will be successful. I did SWOT analysis and finally decided to accept. Because nothing was known. Within 2 hours of acceptance, I got a shock on the phone. He said, don't touch the school affair, otherwise you may lose your post. It's from ministry. I knew from whom it is, but I was threatened. He knows. That time I confirmed that I need to fight it out. I didn't get frightened for this. After 2 and 2.5 hours journey from airport on dusty roads with 4 to 5 unofficial toll nakas collecting money, but pleasing campus Greenway welcomed me with smiling face, with bubbling hospitality, especially in the guest house and all of that. But I disappointed the cook. He asked me, आपको कौन सा हिलसा चाहिए? हमने भाई हम मछली नहीं खाते थे. He got annoyed. Hey, क्या खाते हो फिर? So I completely disappointed. Why I am giving you all these things? It should not be too serious also. No. I received several presentations. The day I joined, perhaps I got 30 or odd presentations. And then I met director Saurabh, and he made me aware of the situation. Then out of 30, I threw away 28. Decided that is the order of the day, and we have to live with it. There is no doubt about it. The part and parcel. This is a unique situation. I never got anything. I never thought somebody will make portrait out of it. This was done by Sanjeev in the guest house, and he presented me this. He never told. Right side portrait was very unique. It was made by an IISER Kolkata artist, but on the background of IISER Tiruvananthapuram.
I see that actually.
So this is a unique situation. So these are some of the unique things I got. It was not much difficult as I had the introduction and awareness of the necessary procedures. Only need to polish it. Met the administrative and technical staff as well as the faculty. Even I started meeting one round of departmental conversation. But COVID disaster was a stumbling block. And we used to sign documents in a cafe as it suggested. Campus development with water body and greenway, auditorium, these are some of the highlights of this. It looks like a director's report in the convocation, but it's not. I was just a small part of the whole thing. Whole thing credit goes to these 2 directors. RISE was a bridge between the academia and industry. First time I saw a situation where 13 crores were granted for this, and they have established a very good this thing. This was inaugurated by Abhay Karandikar, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Then IISER CBSE school is a continuous process. IISER somehow wanted first day, I got more than 60 to 70 parents waiting outside. Sir, kuch bhi kariye. Don't stop this. The way in which Saurabh fought in Delhi, this is the first CBSE school is in the name of IISER. IISER is as a school, license is in IISER's name. I don't know under which law they did it, but they did it and solved the problem. It started on the next day. Situation was very grave. हमको घिराव हो गया. But anyhow it was. New sports facilities, open gym. Most important is 2 years back, we had mental wellness center with Dean, where the mental wellness is measured on the very first day. The student is added to IISER, and then he is classified as A, B, C, D. D students will be, you will get a feedback on the parents and all of the things, and their mental wellness center takes care of them with the counseling and all of the things. This is a unique this thing. My contribution to IISER community is very moderate. No, I am not trying to become extraordinarily polite or anything. In true sense, if you go to the absolute scale of mapping of IISERs, my contribution is not that something great. Whereas you people are concrete this thing. You are 5 years director, 10 years director, and so on and so forth. This is not really great on the absolute scale. I believe life is a learning curve, and I still start learning if I don't understand anything. It is not a running race, but a relay race. This is the most important. If two people are running, if like a relay race, if that fellow has a baton in the first race, you will not lose. So you should realize that it is not a running race. Both are now starting from one point. This is when I talked, when two faculties were comparing each other and all of that. Nobody in the organization is totally useless. This is what. Every protein has some function in the body. Earlier they used to say this protein doesn't have function, but now they change the language. They said this function for which for this protein, for the function is not known yet. So it is like this. You need to exploit the situation by assigning the proper how you utilize him. Listen to others with patience. This is perhaps my mool mantra. Keep your boiling point as low as possible. Approach to solve the problem is first by amicable settlement with some give and take without crossing GFR and DOPT. I tell you this is possible. 5 or 6 or 7 things out of 10 can be solved using this. There are 2 exceptions. What that exception is? One, if somebody said this is a question of principle, I cannot have this. I said, okay, go to the court. There you find out principle or whatever you want. Or, this is my personal ego. He has heard. So, I am afraid of these 2 words, principle and ego. You cannot have amicable settlement. You cannot have proper, timely solution to the problem. This is what I feel. See, here I would like to add something. What is the role of a BOG? Slightly different language I would like to tell. In statute, nothing is written. What BOG should do or BOG should not do, nothing is written. But according to me, he is not meant for meetings or for convocations. But he is required mostly in terms of crisis, legal, HR and human relationship. Because probably the director there is in the form of a judge. So he cannot properly judge. So there has to be some agency which will take care of this. I have many times taken proactive role, let me confess. But to solve the problem, according to me, director and BOG chairman should talk together and walk together. Then only things are much easier. One thing we are lacking right now is leadership at the various levels. We don't have any program on that. So all of a sudden you feel, arey, kaun aayega? Because we have never nurtured that. See, this is one of the things I felt that there is something wrong. 2 other things where we need some more attention is industry-academia interaction. Considering our efforts for 20 years and all that thing, I don't think our relationship with the industry, in the beginning it was thought that it was the only basic science, you don't have to do industrial or translational work. Then they gave a nice philosophy. They said, first you should try to establish on your own feet and reach such a height where you can shake hand with the industrial fellow of that height. And therefore, relations between academia and industry remained the same, restricted mainly to CSR, for just giving money and accepting. But this situation needs to be changed. One more thing where we are lacking is the pedagogical training to the faculty members. All our faculty members are wonderful, excellent scientists, nature publication, ungiven chemistry publication. But what about the training as a pedagogue? Can a best scientist can be a best teacher? Very difficult. So perhaps we need to pay more attention towards this. IISER Pune has started an Department of Science Education for that purpose, and I think that might change the situation. Last 3 slides. What IISER has given me, now I told you what flavor I got from IISER. What IISER has given me, I'm sorry, this is in Marathi. केल्याने देशाट न पंडित मैत्री सभेत संचार शास्त्र ग्रंथ विलोकेन मनुजा चातुर्य येतसे फार. Means one becomes wise when he travels, when he attends lectures in the conference, when he reads, and when he interacts with the intellectual. IISER has given me all these 4. So theoretically, according to this poet, I am entitled to become Pandit, that is knowledgeable fellow or wise fellow. I don't know whether I became, but I had the opportunity in all the 4 corners, reading, intellectuals, travels, and lectures. So that way, I got this opportunity only because of IISER, otherwise I would not have got it. This is one thing that is really idam na mama, that is, this is not mine. This is a time to give back to the society. It is time to give back to the society in terms of time, money, inspiration and motivation. And many of us are doing it. But I thought it is better to put it in the perspective. See, we are standing in a sea. We offer him the same water from the sea to again to him. So what we have received from the sea or the society is tremendous, but at least we should be in a position to give some back to the society. What I could have been, what could I have been the ideal situation? It's very important. I could have added fortune to the fame individually, only pursuing my career, not looking here and there. But I found happiness and honor in being helpful to IISER community. This is one of the passion that I had, and that's why I chose the second one. I could have gone for the first one. What I expect from IISER? You are the present, future is all yours. So don't look back now. Go ahead. What I expect? What I request and expect from IISER community? A passing reference, an occasional fond remembrance. कोई जाते जाते पूछा है, रे एक नातू था कैसा है? Then you say, okay, अच्छा था यार. That is all what I think. A passing reference and occasional fond remembrance is all that I deserve and ask for. I deserve that, only passing reference, not an autobiography or anything of that sort. So I think I don't expect much from IISER. When there is so many plus, then there are also minus. And I am giving you people who were in that minus account. These were my parents. We are 2 brothers and 1 sister. How we were in the school, how we were looking. And at the bottom, how we are today. 2 brothers and my other brother is he is a doctor and all that. But I came from family where I was the first fellow to go to the school. My parents were not shikshit, but they were sushikshit. So that is the difference. And this is my present support system. I do everything at their cost, especially my wife, who is standing there in red dress, has to suffer a lot without asking question where I am going and what for I am going. And that I had done. So this was my support system. Without that support system, you can't survive. And thank you everything for IISER Kolkata. I really thank all the directors who have come all the way from various parts of the country just for this function. I must be really thankful to them. Whether I am worth that, I don't know. But thank you for everything. IISER Kolkata, especially two directors, Dr. Khare and Saurabh, and all the other directors who have really said good words about me. As he said, I might have said some bad words also, Murthy. But that you have to forget. Now my mission is to bring the underprivileged tribal and northeast female to the mainstream of science. And I am trying to form the program under which I am doing it. I really thank you. Thank you once more. Thanks.
Wonderful. Very good.
ये क्यों नहीं जा रहा है आगे? So, thank you very much. ये AI की किमया है. From my straight forward, AI has put the matching hands and showed me in this position.
ये सुबह का था ना?
हाँ? AI ने बनाया.
No, this is morning का है. Background.
नहीं.
Background, sir.
I have the same shirt, no? So.
हाँ.
नहीं, वो अलग shirt है. I'll show you.
No, सुबह उसी में थे ना?
Yeah. And I don't want to show any cartoons, but if you go really in the AI computerization, what will be the future? I would like to just show you one cartoon. I show this number of times, but I would like to show you one. This is what will happen. You are controlling the mouse. Ultimately, mouse will control you. So, and if you don't want to get this done, it is better that we stick to our own brain as the first source of knowledge. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
So thank you, sir, for very inspiring words to share your journey.
Sorry, I crossed the limit in the terms of
and
time.
Giving us so much wisdom. Certainly, we should not be handled by the mouse. I think. And with this, so now there is a small thing. For each of the director, we thank for coming to grace this occasion. And so we have a little souvenir from the institute.
चलेंगे?
कैसे ले जाएं ये सभी?
अभी कुछ फॉर्मेलिटी है?
आप भी ऐसे किए थे?
अभी फॉर्मेलिटी है सर।
अरे
मेरा लड्डू तो मैं तुरंत ले गया। लड्डू ले गया? हाँ, of course, I told you, right?
बहुत लोग क्या क्या
day before yesterday. ये रेशम तो बहुत अच्छा रहता है। It's a fine रेशम। ये मर जाएंगे। ले जाने का तो प्रॉब्लम तो होगा. Where is Professor Basak?
It's very nice, huh? This idea is fantastic. Yeah, yeah.
मेरा क्यों मैं मेरा हूँ
ठीक हो गया अरे yeah, long time.
ये बहुत मुश्किल है ले जाने का. अब क्यों करते हैं पूरा? हाँ
ये तो बहुत kind request is not
I am
open.
coming on.
It can break. It is back in a way that means
I'll not open. I only hope that I can carry.
this is that I think
ये तो ये सब तो carry हो जाता है. This kind of thing is a convention.
yes sir.
Thank you.
अरे इसमें भी डाल देंगे
So we can have a group. Yeah, I think we can.
We can have one group photo with all the directors. चलिए खरे जी we'll have let the all directors come Sushanto we don't have any formal photographs so we'll have one come
Sir, you be there in the center.
Sir.
Next to Kari.
शुक्ला जी आप निकाल रहे हैं फोटो only Govardhan Das is missing it.
Somebody said in the morning, so Saurabh Paul is filling in the place of Govardhan Das.
Hey Saurabh, is this the correct news? We are worried. Bhopal जाएगा. One. Come. इतना फोटो निकाल रहे हैं हमको देगा क्या? Okay, thank you. Now we can go to the next event. Okay. No, I'll stand.